It's very big. It's going to be a lot of anxiety in the back. Everybody feels like it's a special year, and we also have a lot of young fellas that they have to get out there for the first time and get their feet wet, and so it's going to be a lot of anxiety. It's going to finally feel good to get out there and get that out of our system and go ahead and move on.
What do you think you juniors are going to do? This is your third goal, right?
We want to do better. We definitely want to look better. Want to look more, look better, polish up our games. Certain things, it was small things that we were messing up on, small things that can be easily fixed. It was just watching in the film, I need to get there. Oh, okay, I wasn't thinking about that in the game. Just our minds clicking while we're in game mode instead of the comfortableness of practice helping us think better. Most teams that we're going to see, we're going to be faster than, stronger than, and all that type of stuff. Our athleticism speaks for itself. But it's just those mental games, those games where you have to think and do everything. Like I just told Jason, that's the thing that I feel like we had to polish up on from watching our scrimmage was just thinking the game. We were running our sets right. We knocked down shots. Athletically, we were the same team we've always been. It was just the small things like in the game, thinking the reaction time of a game. You're really not thinking too much in the game. It's supposed to be second nature to do this, do that, and those are the things that we're going to have to show and prove tomorrow that we've gotten better at.
Yeah, just from coming to practice every day and watching everybody compete, everybody doing their job, playing their role. There's so much that this team brings to the table. As far as talent-wise, defensively, we do a lot of things great. So. When we all put it together and gel together, it's going to be a good special team. Yeah, I can't say it has slowed down. Coming into my freshman year, there was a lot of things I had to learn. There was a lot of things I didn't expect. So now I'm more alert. I'm more vocal, becoming more of a leader for this team. And it's going to help the team as far as sticking together. Our goal is not to be beaten on the glass versus any team. So, that's one of the key things from last year that we need to work on for this season. One thing that's going to get us over that hump as far as being a better defensive team. So, we got to just continue to just stay alert and stay in discipline and know where our man is to box out. And that's going to help bring our offense as well as finishing out our defense. There's a lot of talent in Memphis. There's a lot of kids that don't get a chance to go play Division I basketball or overlooked versus other guys around the country that can really play college basketball. And it shows that Memphis is developing great young basketball players into great young men and great players and athletes. So there's just going to be something positive that other kids around the city can look up to and we can be role models.
It happened like a week ago. I was diving on the floor. And one of my teammates, they didn't dive. They tried to pick it up, and I ran to his elbow. The incident.
Did you get extra bonus points, hustle points for that, Henry? You get extra blood?
Of course, it was a 50-50 ball. You know how Coach Pastner is about that. If it wasn't for that, I wouldn't even probably dive on the floor. But I got them points. That's all that count. Of course, we've been practicing hard, and we've been competing every day at every position. So. When we get out on the court, we should just go out there, try to play to win. And even we noticed by playing Alabama, like the guards that's around the country, they're not as good as us because we play against each other every day so hard. And everybody talked about it in the locker room how we can easily defend them, but it's hard to guard us in practice. So, I'm expecting us to really show how good defensive team we are tomorrow. Tomorrow gonna be a game of technique. I know it's gonna be a certain way that we got to guard them, and we're gonna see who can guard in situations where they play half court game. And it's a good test for us because in the tournament they played that slow down game and we lost that game, so it's gonna be one of those type games we can learn early and try to beat them to their own game. Everybody's just trying to win this year, and there's no individual goals, you can tell, and everybody we care for each other. We just trying to win. And that's what it's going to take.
We play Christian Brothers tomorrow. Obviously, we have, I have great respect for their system they run. Coach there has done a good job. We've played them every year. In fact, I think my first year we were down like 10 points or something my first year, and I remember thinking during the game, what am I going to explain to the media after the game if we come out with an L? And I did think that. And the other day I was thinking that if we counted all the wins of my exhibition wins too, because that's so far, that's going on my fourth year, we've had 7 exhibition games really, including the unknown scrimmage, and tomorrow will be 8. I mean, that's a lot of games that you don't get on your win-loss record. But we know that they're going to, tomorrow will be good for us because of the way they play. They're going to be methodical, and it's something that we haven't seen yet this year, and we can't simulate it in practice. And we know that we will see a team, whether it's a non-conference, conference, NCAA tournament, that will play the style that Christian Brothers plays, and you're going to backdoor you, and their big guys can all shoot the ball, and they can put on the floor. So that makes a big thing for our bigs. That's a little different than the way we play, and they're guarding each other. So it'll be good for us. It'll be a good test for us. My biggest two concerns right now with our team is guard rebounding. We have to be better at guard. It's not the bigs now. It's guard rebounding. That is a big thing for us. Big thing. We watched every single possession from the scrimmage on the guards and transition defense from the guards. Joe Jackson, Chris Crawford, Antonio Barton, and Jaron Johnson, those four guys are are the first guys to get back. Whether they shoot the ball, they've got to get back. And even if we're pressing, they got to get back then come up. But those are the two biggest areas that we've got to be really good at, because I think we can be a really good half-court defensive team. But in order to do that, we've got to make sure we're back in transition, which those guys I mentioned are the initial line to make sure that we're in the transition that we're in to make us play against our half-court defense. And then guard rebounding. And it's not on the offensive end, it's the defensive end, because a lot of the second chances, I call them defensive killers, when you have a great stand and then a great stop and then the ball's up and shot and they get a second chance. It kills you on that from the defensively at least. So, but it's the guards, because they're run-ins, and we've got to get a hit, and it's guard rebounding. And I know, let me just say this out there. I've told people this. They've asked me about, are you going to press? We are going to have different lineups of pressing. We might not be a pressing team if we're playing two traditional bigs. If you're playing with a Shaq and a Tarik, or a Tarik and a Stan, you're not a real pressing team. You're more of a half-court team defensively, especially defensively. Now, DJ's not going to redshirt. He came to me. We talked yesterday. He wants to play, so he's playing. I'll play him tomorrow. But if you have a DJ or Farrakhan at the 4, we go smaller, then that's a pressing team. So it really depends on the lineups. I'm really excited to see Damian. I'm excited to see how Damian continues to progress. He's gotten better. Jaron is going to be a good player now. He just needs to slow down. Everything's just so fast for him, and with Shaq, he just continue to get game experience, because this will be the first time he played in the Forum in a game in front of that many people. So this will be a good game for us, for him to get his feet wet.